Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Little Scarab. My Little Scarab. And in this episode, it's just me playing. I'm just playing games one right after the other. We are talking about them. We're watching the replays of them. We're trying to figure things out because I am an E player, and we're just getting in the mind of an E player. So we play some primarily no PvPs. I play as P, so we're just PvZs and PvT. So we see that, and there was a bit of a progression in this one. So I think it'll, like, if you watch it from beginning to end, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I really liked what we did. So Teutonic started off with this build that he was doing, this aggressive Goon Reaver push as Protoss against Zerg, where you stay on one base, you make a gateway first, you get a fast gas, and then you create one Corsair as fast as you can. You go attack their overlord, you scout around, see what's up, and then you follow that up with 2 gateways worth of Dragoons and a Reaver or two. One or two Reavers depending on what your opponent's doing. I think we see a really great progression of Teutonic doing this first without really crisp timings. Second, with crisp timings, but it's all me walking him through it step by step. And then a third time by himself, crisp timings, and I'm not saying shit about it. I think and you did it really, really well. And you knew what to do with it, and I mean, everything just hit so nicely. So nicely. That was a really great progression.
But don't let us tell you what it is. You be the judge, and you see what do you think about it. Yeah, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Enjoy! Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, August 20th, and this is My Little Scarab, the only beginner Brood War stream on the internet, hosted by us. I'm Blank Boy.
And I'm Teutonic.
Good, I'm glad you said that. This is episode 5, and we are TB Dubs. I was once a C-rated player on the Icy Cup ladder. Last season I was B on the Remastered ladder. My handsome co-host here, Teutonic, was E last season. So he's going to be playing, and I'm going to be coaching him through some of his games as Protoss. He plays as Protoss. I'm also going to be fielding questions from the chat. This is basically a show for C to E rated players on the Brood War ladder. Here we try to boil down the complexity of StarCraft and serve it up low APM style, at least when I play. Teutonic's just going to be playing normally. So StarCraft is a confusing game for new players, and following what's important and unimportant on high-level streams can be confusing. So Teutonic here is going to be playing, and I'm going to be coaching him through what things are important, what things I think he's totally messing up, and making fun of him when he has idle probes.
Yeah, right.
So today's topic is it's just you playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's topic is coaching.
Is you play.
Yeah. It's a Teutonic day. That's the topic. It's a Teutonic day.
Yeah, right.
So, without further ado, we can switch over here and
Play some video games.
let's play a game. Let's play some Brood War.
So let's go ahead and play a ranked game. I play as Protoss.
All right. Do you want to go check out what your rating is right now? Okay, never mind. Too fast. Teutonic's something like 1380.
Yeah, I'm like 1320s, 13.
Never mind.
Like
wait, there it is. Oh, you were 1380. You liar. You sandbagger.
To me, I'm used to a different kind of rating system where 13 doesn't really mean anything. I haven't actually fully acclimated to the new ratings.
You're still on
from
Icy Cup
Cup
ratings? Yeah, that's fair. Aren't we all?
Like, a D does not mean a D anymore. D used to mean something. or a D plus.
Yeah,
So,
now D is... I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
even make fun and say, oh, now it's this. You don't know where D is.
I don't know. I
But-
mean, I feel like they're doing like an ELO thing. They're trying to... never mind.
They're trying to like do European metrics.
I'm just think they're trying to make it more like... It's like cute for statisticians where everything is neatly bucketed into these percentiles, as opposed to Icy Cup where the vast majority of people are in D and D+.
So the step one when you're playing SE is to know your opponent's race.
Oh yeah, you want to hit
Did you have-
diplomacy? I totally didn't even look.
Wait, you can. It shows you.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, that's so
you're playing against Zerg.
cool. I missed so many times.
Oh yeah, they updated that.
That's insane.
Yeah. So now you know you're playing against Zerg. Teutonic, what build are you playing?
I'm gonna play a build that I don't know the name of off the top of my head.
That's fine. You can just describe it to me.
Whoops. Okay, it's gonna be the Reaver build.
The one base Reaver build. Nice.
Yeah, the one base Reaver build.
So you don't have to scout with that this early with this build.
I know I
Um,
don't, right?
Yeah, you can just save the minerals. Yeah, you do need a gas on 11 though, but whatever. Okay, so the one base Reaver build. So you're doing an aggressive build to go mess with Zerg and fuck shit up. So you're doing an aggressive build against Zerg. I love aggressive builds against Zerg because Zerg just wants to drone so hard, and if you can damage his economy early on, often you can take advantage of that because that's Zerg's advantage, is being able to make all these drones early on, and if you can wreck his economy, often not early, but like low-level Zergs have a really hard time recovering from that. Oh dude, you're missing a pylon and a, whatchamacallit, cybernetics core. You need a cybernetics core. So with this build, you're supposed to make the cybernetics core before the zealot, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems
you're
risky.
really trying to... Actually, it ends up being a little less risky that way, because if your opponent, say, like 9 pools, it just devastates all his overlords, provided you can survive the initial 9 pool. So, okay, cool, you're holding your ramp. See, right now, there should be a Dragoon on its way. Okay, cool, so he's not going to rush to you. Oh, you didn't want to go in? What's the point of scouting? Okay, nice.
Just to play with him a little bit.
Do you have a Stargate? Oh, that's right. Okay, next time you do this, definitely get the Zealot before the Stargate. I mean, Cybernetics Core, so that you can get the Stargate early. So he has kind of a lot of lings early.
Yeah, he does have a lot of links.
You need to start making the Stargate. Yeah, so he's got more than 6 lings. It's not like a I'm trying to win the game with lings thing, but that does hurt his economy a little bit. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah, you can have him there still if you want. Usually, with this build, you're gonna go Zealot, Dragoon, Zealot, and then just Dragoons from there on. Okay, so he's... Nah, just let it go. You'll have to get it with the Corsair. You're already making that pylon, that's fine. You can get the Robo, though. I don't even know, because you're going to need money for this. Everything is just... See, everything got, like, way slowed down because the Cybernetics Core was made after that first Zealot. When you get it before the first Zealot, you actually end up making the fastest possible Corsair.
Okay, so I guess to say, like, I don't have my build down as crisp,
Sure.
so
These are just little things. This isn't the biggest deal in the world. I'm just letting you know these little modifications that you can be making. You can put that pro back on mining again. Yeah, now that you've got 2 Zealots and a Dragoon, you'll be safe. So the point of this Corsair, you made 1 Corsair. The point is not to fuck shit up. You're just making 1 Corsair. The point is to scout, but to also intimidate him into getting some form of defense early on because this is such a wicked fast Corsair. So let's see if you can't find him. Is he hiding in the corner?
Oh wait, the second.
Yeah, I meant like the very corner. Sometimes Zergs like to hide it there. But you're right for looking in the natural. Sometimes they just hide it on that little peak at the natural. Okay, so he wasn't hiding in the corner. You can just go to his base and check out what he's doing. So he's messing with you. Yeah, you do have the reverse ramp, so your Dragoon's going to be missing a bit. Oh, you should be making... Yeah. And a pylon. But no big deal. So, okay, cool. You found his third. He doesn't have any air defense here. He doesn't really have any defense here. Do you want to check out what he's doing at his other bases? Okay, so it looks like he's droning pretty comfortably on 3 bases. So this is a situation where you should be able to attack him with just 1 Reaver. Yeah, you only got 1 Overlord kill. Oh, and he is getting layer tech. So let's look for a Spire. Don't see any Spire. He may be going Lurkers then. In which case, right, you're going to want to get Observers. But this is also around when you want to get your second gateway. Where's that gateway? Oh, that poor probe got stuck. You can just make it with this guy. Yeah. Yeah, now that probe's... whatever. Yeah, so you've got that Reaver out. So you can scout with your Corsair. Make sure that you have an idea of where he is on the map, and then you can just head out with this. You can expand behind this attack. You can just start marching over to him. Yep. So ideally, oh, do you just pick up a Dragoon?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You can march over to him. Are you? Yeah. So it's like someone likes your Corsair. Who is that? Okay, so he is... Yeah, careful with that. Careful with that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so he sees it. He's backing off. He is being a little aggressive. You can wait for the other Reaver. Oh, never mind. It's done. So you can get this, and then go ahead and keep up your macro. You've got a base coming along the way. So it looks like he's transitioning to 5-hatch Hydra. I don't see a 6th hatch on the map, but the idea is to get an attack mustered before he has healthy 5-hatch production. I have no idea what he's doing. Okay, that was really weird, but you got some free shots off. You can maybe do another little Corsair scout, try to check on where is his army, what's his defense like. Did he go Lurker? Because we saw that layer. We know he's doing something layer tech, or at least he has the opportunity to. He's setting himself to be in a position to use layer tech. But, oh, your armies are meeting. This is very strange. He seems very timid for someone who's on 5-hatch macro, and who's droning happily. Yeah, where is that guy? Yeah, so let's get these guys in the action. Nice. Nice. You can sort of slow walk them now that they're here if you're afraid of losing them via some micro mistakes. Yeah, now you can start making other things in your base. You know, nice, getting upgrades.
Oop, too far forward.
Yeah, you don't want them too far back. Okay, nice, getting the nice shots off. Oh, so he cleared one.
Yeah, this isn't a good.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't look good.
I felt this is too I was too micromanagey on my like units. Not, yeah. This is GG.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that didn't go so well. We'll have to check this out in the replay. I think, I think you were a little too passive. This is supposed to be a pretty aggressive build.
Well, I guess like what do you think? What do you think about how much units he has versus what the things that you like from your commentary? It seemed pretty like lax. I felt very lax by like the things that I heard being coached.
What do you mean? What felt lax?
Like there was no through the through the sound of your voice, it didn't seem like that.
Oh,
there would be that many hydras.
Oh, I hope you're not using my intonation as an indicator of how fucked you are.
Yeah, no,
Please
I absolutely
do not do that.
No, I absolutely am.
Like
that's like when I'm hearing data, I take in like that's how another thing that I take in.
My voice inflection is never going to change based on how bad of a position you're in.
Okay.
It's just not. I want you to know that. As your coach, I'm just going to be talking like this the whole time, no matter what.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess like let's pretend that you did sit there at 5 hydras.
Let's watch what happened. So we know what happened over here. Here, let's open the production tab. Why not? What happened over here? Okay, so he did this overpool opening, normal stuff. He's expanding. This is probably going to take a third. This is a little early because he's not going to have 300, but oh, this is a scout. Okay, this is a scout. But it looks like he spotted you and turned back. Yeah, makes sense. All right, so he's getting, I think, just 8lings. He just gets 8lings early on. Yeah, and this is a, oh wait. Oh, is that the 8th? Yeah. Okay, so here's his 8lings. And then I believe he drones after this. Yeah. So he's getting his gas on 2 hatcheries. This is a little thing, but at lower levels, I mean, this is pretty nuanced, but he got a relatively quick gas. He got this, oh no, he got this, because really, the idea is you get this, and then you plant your gas, normally. That's like totally normal. And that is when Protoss is Forge Fast expanding. So here, you're on 1 base. Yeah, there was like some time when this guy wasn't producing. The goon count wasn't all that it could be. So right now, he's getting to drone. Right now, so where's that Corsair? Oh yeah, the Corsair came out a little late. So ideally, the Corsair's already out, and we're checking on his production. And what we would be seeing is that he is happily saturating these mineral patches with drones. And that's a point where we can move out. We can just move out, poke a little, try to force him to make some more stuff and not get to drone so happily. So he's droning happily. He gets this layer. That was curious because he didn't end up using it. He could just be playing straight up Sauron Zerg, also known as just staying on hatch tech for a really long time. But it looks like he is going to switch to layer on 3 bases. Okay, here's his 4th hatch going up. I guess that's another thing. If we spot this 4th hatch going up, we can say, wow, he's really planning for a healthy mid-game, even though we've shown a hand of 1 base, which is to say aggressiveness. So right when this Reaver pops, we can be marching over to his base. And yeah, he's got a little bit of something cooking here, but 1 Reaver and some goon support is gonna be able to handle this. Okay, so he is hydraing up right after this. So this is smart by him. Oh, not with everything. Okay, he's making 4 or 5 more hydras. So just scouting around, looking at what he's doing. See, right here, I definitely like to hit him before his 5th hatch goes down. Oh, and we have moved out. I guess all of this was just a little slow. just a little slow. And then, right, we're still chilling here. Here, ideally, would be moving up. You know, maybe hugging. Let's see if we can get this. Hugging a side of the map, just for a little safety. But you chill here for a while. You chill here for, I think, definitely too long, because now he's happily on 5 hatcheries and saturated, you know, pretty well, and he's just happy to continue the game from here. And at this point, he got to play a normal 5 hatch Hydra build, and we just have a very slow expansion. Really, we want to hit him well before he's at this point. Yeah, and already this is the point where our aggressiveness wasn't able to pay off. I think really what ended up happening was just a few key things about our build got slowed down. So yeah, right here, this really slowed everything down. Because right, we have to make another zealot. We don't get to start contributing to our goon numbers just yet. And then when this pops, right now is when we need to throw down a Stargate. Yeah, so this is just a little late.
So I guess like the thing about
so with any aggressive build, right? Crisp timings. We want crisp timings.
definitely, and I won't argue that, but more is like I feel like with crisp timings, that might not be that seems so, what do you call it, a hit or miss. Like if you don't get crisp timings.
I guess right, this is only your second time trying this build, or how many times have you played this?
I don't know.
Something like your second time? Is that about fair to say?
No, more than that. Yeah, definitely more than that.
Okay.
Like maybe it's
So
5
you
or
have done
8.
this build more.
Like 5 or 8 times.
Okay. So I would just practice getting everything crisp. If you want, we can do single player right now and just hammer the crisp timings.
That's not fun to me.
Okay.
That's not fun to
Let's
me.
do another
It's not fun to
ranked
me.
game.
It might not be fun to other people. So I'm just
It's not
thinking
fun,
like
but it's
okay,
important.
I understand like the idea of crisp timings, but I feel like is there something else that had I had better macro, do you think I would have been able to win? Had I not had 900 like minerals at the end of that game?
I think I'm leaning toward no, in the sense that, okay, cool, we can do it again. We can do it again. We got a Zerg.
Like his name.
He might just leave. Let's see what he does. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Okay.
Okay. You can at least be manner to him. You can give him the GLHS and see what he says. See if he says, nope, Protoss are fags. Yep. There we go.
This is what you call it's not a prop comic.
A prop comic.
Like somebody,
Basically, his name is a prop.
he's playing a character.
Yeah.
This is a character comic or a person.
Whatever.
I don't know.
If he
SC
were
hasn't
Canadian.
exactly fleshed out its scene yet.
Yeah. Let's try the same exact thing. I want you to just focus on crisp timings. So nice. It's 8 food. Boom. Very crisp. Nice and crisp. So we got 8 pylon. We're going for 10 gate. 10 gate. Don't worry about scouting. Your Corsair is your scout. This is a 3-player map, so it matters even less. We have less places to browse around with our Corsair.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, we're on 10. We'll just wait for that 150. Yep, you're on 11. Throw down that gas. Throw down that gas. Now, the next thing you're going to make is a cybernetics core on 13. Your not gonna your zealot you make immediately after the cybernetic score. So it is, I guess, a little risky, but the idea is you're gonna rally to your ramp and have 2 probes waiting there for that zealot. So right, that gateway's finishing up, that gas is finishing up. Boom, down goes. Let's throw 3 in gas. Nice. 3 in gas, and then we're just gonna make this zealot and rally it to the ramp. Cool. Next thing is a pylon. Right, we're gonna make a pylon at 100. Cool. Throw it down. Good. Nice. The ramp is on your right. Yeah, you can you can pull 2 probes off and send them to the ramp. On the right. It's on the right. Yeah. Yep. Have him stand there, and you can just start the Stargate next. Let's start a Stargate. Nice. And then the next thing you can start is a Dragoon. Dragoon, and then a pylon after that. Yeah, so nice. He's here, but already nice. He's losing a link. Looks like he wants to do some link stuff. You can pull another couple probes if you feel so inclined. But this should be fine. Yeah, see, he's trying to run by. He got 1 through. I don't mind. Yeah, once that Dragoon pops, you can finish this. Oh yeah, you're whatever. Don't worry. Don't overreact. Yeah, just pull that probe. Don't let him. Okay, well, don't let that happen. Where's your Dragoon? Oh shit. Okay, that's not good. Make your Corsair. This isn't a big deal. Let's just. Yeah, you can pull like 4 probes at a time. I mean, you want to be drilling them and stuff. Don't let all this happen. So, you can start the robo now. Minor issue, right? Yeah, just drill some probes, attack. Yeah. Right. So ideally there is a Dragoon out. Yeah, and now it's way easier to chase them around your base. You can make a pylon pretty soon, or is that what you're making? No, you're not. Yeah. Just make that somewhere, and then chase these around. Yeah. Nice. And there he goes. Okay, so he got some harass off. That's annoying. You can keep making probes. You can move your Corsair around. Make sure he's actually of use. Yeah, go to the other base. Oh, he is not there, but yeah, you can hit that. Even though ideally you're scouting with that. Yeah. Then you can just keep macroing, start your, no, yeah, wait for 200 and then you can start the shuttle. And then you can wait for 150 and start, whatchamacallit. Yeah. And then with your next 150, you can get your Robo Bay. Nice. So how's this feeling compared to last game?
I feel that there will be a time where I will not know what to do.
Okay.
Like right now I am following instruction.
Sure.
But it will be unclear as to what the next steps as it gets more matured.
Right. But in terms of just these crisp timings, you're feeling everything sort of line up, yes? And, okay, that's interesting. We're seeing that he's really not well drummed.
So, also, when I scout, I don't see that. The only reason why I know that's because you say that.
Okay, number one thing you're basically looking for 2 things. You're looking for his tech path, meaning, what do you do? Hydrogen? Does he have a spire? Does he have a layer at all? Tech path and drone count. And of course, where's his third? Does he have a third? But you're doing great. Throw down another gateway. Nice. can cut probes around now. You can check for a third with your Corsair if you so choose, or just park it there and look for drones coming out. Look for drones mining there if you want. Yeah. So he's droned a little more since then.
Okay.
But if he is this light on drones, it may be because one, he kept making lings early on, and that really hurt him. Because this actually looks like a lot of drones and not a lot of army. Okay, so that's a spore colony. Nice. See, this is the whole purpose of that Corsair. You're just putting the fear of Corsair into him.
Yeah, right.
You can probably push with this. I would just push with this. A little note on control, I like to keep my Zealots and my Dragoons grouped separately.
You like to what?
I like to keep my Zealots and my Dragoons grouped separately. Oh, keep moving. Keep moving. Don't let him stop. This is aggressive. You gotta get there. You gotta get there, man. You can do one of two things. You can expand behind this. You can get a third gate behind this and say you're gonna die now. So getting a third gate behind this is the all-in version, and expanding behind this is the calm, gonna transition to High Templar version. So right now you probably, oh, okay, if he's just gonna pull back, that's fine. I was gonna say you probably don't want to engage without that Reaver on the ground, but yeah, you don't want to engage there. You want to land that Reaver. You're gonna land it as close to the creep as possible, and you just want to do a nice, slow push up in there. Oh, don't let him waste Reaver shots on that. Yeah, target those guys. Nice. Yeah, and then you can target the Sunken. That's not a Sunken. Okay, yeah, I guess target those guys. Yeah, you can just keep macroing at this point. We're almost done. If you feel comfortable leaving your Reaver, you can come pick up this Reaver with the other shuttle. Not other shuttle, just with your shuttle. Yeah, but just babysit your Reaver. You can push more than that. You can make a drone stop mining.
A drone stop
Push
my Reaver?
Push. Attack. You're here. You're not here to wait for him to make reinforcements. You're here to kill him now.
Okay.
So see, that was a little too patient. He got to make some more stuff, but that's okay. We have another Reaver on the way.
Well, right now I feel like I don't think that it's possible to immediately win, so I'm like pulling my attention away to macro.
Nice. Play nice and comfortable. That's a good mindset. If I was in that situation, I would totally just try to fuck up drones. But right, so oh, yeah, you can just drop that and shove that in him. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little floppy, no big deal. You can just pull back. Pull back to your main, or, natural. I hope are you making another Reaver?
So yeah, like I feel like my always thing is to have a holistic sense of both micro and macro.
Sure.
And right now I feel too micro.
There. So you're in a comfortable position now. You're 2 base on 2 base. You can keep using that Corsair to make sure that he's on 2 base. Just looking around. You can be teching Templar now. You can be getting your +1 upgrades. Normal stuff. And now that you're on 2 bases, you can get like 6 gateways up or however many you like. But yeah, and now you're in a good position. The ball's in your court. This is your game. Absolutely your game.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that will be the key thing. Just checking around, seeing when that third timing is with that Corsair, keeping that Corsair alive for that reason. I'm not sure where he's going to expand, because if he expands toward you, that's I guess that's doable. But right, I'm expecting him to expand where you're scouting, but I don't know. Oh, what's he doing? Are those mutas?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a bunch of dragoons. Yeah, this is fine. You can just fight this straight up with your dragon. Yeah, just start attacking. Yeah, so a little annoying, but no big deal. So we know what his tech switch was. That's curious. He just wants to keep going. Okay, cool. We have a Reaver, right? Defensive Reaver is awesome. He's never gonna bust that. I guess you can. Yeah, these guys wouldn't be up there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, but I thought this felt much stronger than last game.
Okay.
Okay.
If you wanted to get I'm not.
No, it's
I know
okay.
you put it for
you can
yourself.
just hit your W. Okay. So, how did that feel? Your immediate retrospective.
It didn't feel like my play. Not that it was like a
That's
bad
right.
thing that it wasn't
Okay.
my play, but
Okay.
it just didn't feel like I was in a situation that I wouldn't have been otherwise.
Got it.
Like, I definitely felt like I'm in a situation because I'm coached.
Sure.
Not like, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
early on, I was just trying to make you get everything out as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I was forcing you to play that exactly the way that I play that.
Okay. And that's yeah. That's I think that makes more sense to me
Yeah.
to do that. I'd never seen. No, it's not that I never see, but I don't usually see mutas.
Hmm.
Okay. Anything? Oh yeah, I guess like since you already know how the beginning went
Right.
because
Right.
we were
so
both
here's
there.
our beginning, and we see how many lings did he actually make this whole time?
One,
Because
two,
it
four,
felt like he
5, 6.
overmade lings.
And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
He made 12 lings. Oh Jesus! Oh, he's on one base. Holy shit! That's why everything was so slow. Okay, so he was actually in a horrible position when you didn't die to 12 lings. That explains why he wasn't droning, because he didn't have a hatch to make drones from. Okay, so it looks like he was banking on you FFEing, so that he could just win with 12 lings. And I bet he wins games like this on the ladder. What was this, like 9 pool or over pool, or probably 9 pool, but we weren't watching. Right, so little sloppy. He gets to kill some extra probes, but no big deal, because he paid to do this. He paid by having one base to do this.
So would you say like
So
having
you're
3
way ahead here. Also, he has 500 minerals. He just got on another hatch. Can we look at his base? Okay, so that's what that was. I thought so. Because you are going to get a Corsair in his base pretty soon after this. So let's just check out what he was doing relative to what you thought he was doing. So you haven't seen him yet. Oh, he's supply block. Nice. Oh yeah, because he has so little, because he's making everything off one hatch. So his hatch rate just finished. He has a single Hydralisk. God, he is such a pittance of stuff. So he put himself in this horrible position, right, where we saw, okay, he's mining with one drone at the natural. This is why I thought just pushing would work so well, because he is way behind. Just in terms of stuff, here, do you want to just pause real quick?
Okay.
Let's just pause. Let's just count his Hydralisks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 Hydras on the map, and if we open up the production tab, 2 making. Oh, no, those are drones. He has 6 Hydras. You have, 2 Dragoons and 2... Oh, this guy hasn't started yet. And 2 Zealots, and this guy's about to start, I imagine. Okay, there's the gateway. Yeah, there he goes. And he's making 1 more Hydra. And he's getting that. God, he's so nervous. Getting this and this and this. Oh man. So right, these are all drones. These are all drones that he's spending to do this. He was so nervous. That's what this says to me. Making a spore colony in each of these bases on top of all these Hydras. So this is exactly the effect that you're looking for to have with this play. Just making him feel uncomfortable and staying in his base. So it would have been nice to be a little more active with this. Not yet, because, oh, surprise, surprise, it's a lair. But after this attack, just to check up on him, see what tech path he's going. Okay, so here's our attack. This is real nice, so it would have been nice to have the Reaver down, but no big deal. Okay, here the Reaver's down. Okay, we're just getting him to come out, and he comes out, and nice, he's losing Hydras, So he's got 3 Hydras. So how are you feeling right now?
Right now, just battling.
Right. But like, do you feel like you're gonna take this battle?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
Oh man, this was totally your battle.
Because there's no macro behind this. There's no macro behind it, so I don't have that feel of like.
Okay, so you've got this. Oh, you do have this guy waiting in the wings.
Like whenever I have an encounter without macro.
Yeah.
It's like I'm running.
You are expanding behind this.
Well, that was afterwards, but during that encounter, and also, I guess I'll pause here.
Yeah, sure. Here, we can go back a little if you want.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, fine.
Let's see if this is far back enough. Okay, cool. So,
okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so when all this is going down,
yeah,
like, I'm trying to make as much use out of these units as possible.
Yeah.
Here, let me do a quick.
Yeah, do you want to close that guy out?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like running on E. It's like I'm burning all the fuel that I have without a promise for more. So I'm going back and forth here. Well, because here's the one thing. I'm not as confident in my Reaver micro to be like, okay, you guys are good here. I'm going to go back and do some stuff at base. So that's kind of why, like, I was more chilling back here as opposed to, like, in the creep. Because when I'm in the creep, that means, all right, I have to have good Reaver tending. If I don't have good Reaver tending, then I'm not going to be able to jump back and forth. So I would have rather, like, I was okay with hanging back here, taking shots off an Evo. Now, that's just from my understanding of, like, how Zerg works. Because what you saw, what I believe is, he's going to be building up more Hydras. Like, you need to, like, stab this as much as you can, because he's going to come back and, like, I guess he's going to be able to, like, thwart this.
Right. Really, here, I'll just walk you through. This is what I'm seeing. So what I'm seeing, right, let's wait for, okay, so they start. Or, not yet, because here, this is very curious. He just runs away. I guess it's not that curious. He only had 6, and his sunken is here. Okay, so right now, he's got a handful of Hydras. He's got 7. You saw 6, whatever. And of course, he's gonna be making stuff, and sure enough, he is. Oh, let's get the production tab up. Sure enough, he's making 2 sets of lings and 3 hydras, and right, of course, it's always good to be macroing, and right, if you were a little faster, right, you could be macroing behind this and managing this, but right, it is difficult to do. It is demanding to do, to have both this appear and be managing your base. But if we just look at this moment here, what I like to do when I see this, right, whenever I'm playing this build, this is a moment. What I like to do is I like to unload the Reaver, say right here or right here, somewhere just outside the creep, because I know that it can hit the sunken and the sunken can't hit it when it's right outside the creep. Okay. So I'd like to, or it walks up somewhere like right here, but I'd like to unload it somewhere here, have all my dragoons kind of in a line, so they're just out of this is kind of the opposite of what you usually see in a PvZ. You usually see Zerg having a line of hydras outside of Protoss's wall. Mm-hmm. Here, I basically want you to do the same thing that Zerg does. I want you to create a line of dragoons, except the difference is that you have a Reaver. Zerg doesn't get to do that. So just having a line of dragoons defending with a Reaver. The Reaver can actually hold its own a bit. So, not right now, but okay, here. You can imagine right now, here. He's pulling back. He's letting these sit here. You can imagine us creating sort of a line of dragoons with a Reaver here, or a line of dragoons with a Reaver here, and letting him, he wants to attack. Well, you can attack back. You have range. I think he also has range. Oh, his range isn't even done. Damn. Not that you would have known that, but his range isn't even done. So your goons outrange him, and right, your Reaver for sure outranges him. If you're here, if he wants to mess with you at all, you've got a Reaver here, and he comes and pushes up. It's so hard for him to get a spread in this tiny area. The Reaver's just gonna wreck shit.
Okay, I guess. All right, so let's say that there's 3 milestones. The third being, I kill him with this.
Yeah. Okay.
So give me like a good breakdown of like, okay, well, we weren't able to kill him. All right. What's second prize and what's bronze?
You won first prize, or
right.
Third, whatever. Won. First milestone, you won. You're here. You're already here. You did it. You did this.
Oh, no, I'm saying, sorry.
What do you mean?
I want to kill him. Okay, so I have an objective here, right?
You mean once we're
if this is impossible. If, this is an impossible map.
Okay.
The object is, all right, I want to end the game right now with this.
Sure.
So let's say that's number 1 that I want to get done. All right, if I can't get objective, all right, let's say A. That's plan A.
Yeah.
If plan A doesn't work, we go to plan B.
Yeah.
And if plan B doesn't work, let's go to plan C.
Yeah. Okay, so
I guess how do we make plan A work in this scenario?
The first thing, naturally, we want to knock the sunken down.
Okay.
Using the Reaver, getting as few sunken shots as possible.
So we don't necessarily want to focus on the Hydras.
If he makes us, of course.
So I guess what's priority number 1?
In terms of what?
I guess winning. In this situation, because I
guess priority number 1 is taking out the sunken, but the Hydras are here. We can't ignore that the Hydras are here.
Okay.
Of course, naturally. So, just setting up like I said, you set up this kind of perimeter thing that's saying, okay, I see you have a sunken there. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here in sunken land, but I want to hit your sunken. So I want to stay here and force you to engage me off your creep. And right, if he sees his sunken taking Reaver shots, he's going to try to deal with it, in which case he's going to be messed up by goons and a Reaver that can also deal shots to clumps of Hydras.
Got it. Okay.
So you're setting up here. The Reaver is taking shots on the Sunken, and he's trying to mitigate that, but you're just putting him in this horrible position. I'm okay with Zealots taking Sunken shots, whatever, I don't care. But I really just want my Dragoons to be safe and my Reaver to be doing its thing, and if he tries to stop that, cool, the Reaver can mess these up too.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, I guess you did the non-all-in version where you did get a third here, or what am I saying? Not get a third gateway, where you did get your natural here. One small modification that I would make is I would set my rallies for my gateways like right here.
Okay.
It just makes macro that much easier when your Dragoons are walking out and they're meeting your army, right? And we know he's contained. He's not gonna cut us off. What was that?
Oh no, I knew that was something to do as well.
Ah, got it. So okay, so right here, right? Okay, cool. We're doing it. But this is so this is what I don't want, because here he's letting his Evo chamber buy time. I mean, we didn't know it wasn't upgrading right now, but right, this is not the priority. We don't really need to knock down the wall, right? We have basically all ranged units, sure, these guys, but whatever. And we like that he's being funneled in here like this. Really, the priority is this. So I would like this Reaver, either, on the edge here, I think it's going to be somewhere like here, if it's hitting this, or like here, to also be hitting this. And then just having your Dragoons kind of as though this were a bunker, and this is Terran, right? Your Dragoons are just on the perimeter, just outside of Sunken range.
So if I got what you were saying before, right? So priority number one, when you're doing this build and you're at this point, you want to get this Sunken out so that you can actually have units walking.
Exactly, because once the Sunken falls, which it only takes like 3 Reaver shots and 1 Goon shot, and the Sunken falls.
Okay.
Once the Sunken falls, this is yours. This is your land.
Then I can have these units move freely.
Then they can
and chase
all
the
run
Hydras
around.
around.
Exactly. And then you're in a really good position, because now it's just Zerg army on Protoss army, and Protoss has a Reaver.
Okay. So this would actually want to be here hugging the wall.
Yeah.
And it would be like, I want to be coming more around, like,
just really
curving around
anywhere so that it can barely hit the Sunken.
Okay.
And then, right, with all your Dragoons sort of fanned out to also be in this spot where they are just outside of Sunken range.
Okay.
And then, right, if he tries to push that, your Goons don't have to move. They can still stand and fight, and your Reaver just targets the... Reavers are so dumb, you have to have them target everything manually, but you just have them target the Hydra that you want them to kill.
Okay.
And then Zealots, I don't even care. I let Zealots do whatever.
And if I'm not able to get the Sunken hit, then just take shots at the Hydras, because the reason why I wouldn't be able to get to the Sunken
because they're in
the
front.
Hydras.
And if they're in front, all your Dragoons should be shooting at them anyway.
Okay,
Right?
exactly.
Because that's why he has them here. That's why he doesn't have them here. If he had them here, the Reaver would just kill them.
Right.
So that's why they're here, and the Sunken is vulnerable.
Okay. Now let's say, I even think this is going too much into it, but why not? So let's say that he destroys this.
Yeah.
Or this just, okay, we weren't able to get this down.
Yeah.
Or maybe we do and he just has more Hydras.
Yeah.
What would be a home plan? Like, what would be the first thing? Okay, he's coming to my base with quite a bit of Hydras. I need to get XYZ.
So my home plan is have another Reaver in the making. Okay. Have an expansion in the making. Okay. Have a third gateway in the making. Okay. That's my immediate home plan. Okay. Third gateway, Reaver, Expo.
And that is, so all the gateways would be making goons?
Because if you think about PvZ, just in general, Protoss is running for some kind of splash damage to deal with Zerg units, to deal with a lot of Zerg units, because that's what Zerg units are. They're just a lot of weak stuff. So you're rushing for some kind of awesome splash damage that just explodes groups of weak units. Okay. You didn't rush for Templar, so you don't have Templar. So what should you have in that event is a Reaver. Okay. And then if you get that Reaver at home and the Nexus and the third gateway and all that's going well, then you start transitioning into what looks like a normal late game for Protoss, where you have this gateway explosion, where you have High Templar being added on. With that Corsair, ideally we're scouting and seeing what his tech path is, so that if he does go Spire, we can continue making Corsairs.
Okay.
And, you know, he didn't start the Spire yet, right? Or is that it? Okay,
There
so
it
he
is.
just started the Spire. So he just started the Spire. Right, we were busy macroing. We wouldn't have scouted right just yet, but if in a little bit we came and found out, that would have been nice. We would have seen, okay, this is what he's doing with his layer tech.
Okay.
Because answering that question is a big part of this build. Or really, I mean, I guess you can think of it like, oh, I'm trying to listen in on my opponent. I'm trying to eavesdrop on what he's doing. You're just figuring out what he wants to do with layer tech. He either wants to do lurkers or he wants to do Spire.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, for Spire, when you see a Spire, that tells you Mutas.
Yeah.
And when you
when you see a Spire at this time, that tells me Mutas, because he got a layer fast.
Okay.
He wanted to do something
Tech.
gas-wise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because Lings cost no gas, Hydras cost almost no gas. It's really, I mean, this is tough, because it's like, oh, does he want to do Lurker or, what are they called? Or Mutas. But, I mean, at this point, he's already got the tech if he just wants to do Lurker stuff.
Uh-huh.
And we haven't shown a hand that's particularly air-focused that would make him want Scourge, right? Because it can also be just for Scourge. But in this case, I see that. I'm thinking he wants Mutas, right? And then this is nice. You have this funnel. Your Reaver gets to run away, and then you just take pot shots. So yeah, here your Dragoons are getting a little overeager. Yeah, and the Sunken's getting to do work. So okay, cool. The Sunken's dead. Oh, beautiful Reaver shot. So the Sunken's dead. Right now, I want to be up in his grill, fucking his shit up. So we didn't actually do any economic damage. Right, you're pulling back. Why the pull back? Because you can force him to stay on his ramp with the Reaver nearby.
Okay.
At this point, when the Sunken has fallen, I rush the fuck in.
So I guess this is what I'm sort of getting, is that you should be throwing this out with the mind to lose it. Like, you don't want to necessarily save this.
Yeah,
you're throwing this
aggressive.
away
This is
to hit
we want to exactly.
this.
We want to damage him economically. M401 asks, "Can I ask you a question? Why do you play this game?" I play this game because it is a phenomenal display of humans doing awesome stuff. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to play. It's an experience of beauty, sir. This is an art form, absolutely. Holy shit, I think I just made myself cry.
It's a formidable answer.
Yeah.
Since he didn't ask anyone specifically, I think I'll
Please.
also answer that. I play this game really just to get Reaver shots. like right now, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't feel comfortable in the build per se, but I know that with builds that I do feel comfortable, there's a certain point in the build where it usually becomes one of the power units, whether it's a Reaver and a shuttle, or a storm, or there's something where you're setting up all this foundation for this one moment to hit, and navigating and microwaving so that hit happens. It feels so good to be part of that happening, and to know and be oh, okay, although there was a lot of stuff behind this, and it wasn't just this moment that was phenomenal, it still has that payoff. It's ooh, I got a 10 shot or 10 kill Reaver on their mineral line. that feels good. And to like get away with that and to have the Reaver come back too. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you like timing attacks, huh?
I like the operation. Like I like that's why I was asking these questions about like, okay, what is the objective? Like what do I want to get done? In what
you
ways
like
do I want to feel
impossible
good?
maps.
So and yeah,
I mean, kind of, right?
Whatever a possible map's trying to get at, yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to make it happen here. Like where do I feel good? Because right now it feels like a blob. It feels like a blobby mess, just in my mind.
Sure.
And I want to find, okay, where should I feel good? Where should I feel bad?
Right. So what I want you to be feeling when you see that scenario next time is, how do I get the Sunken to fire the least shots before it dies so that I can run in, maybe get a Reaver shot on a bunch of drones, maybe keep all of his guys up in his natural, right? Because he gets to run down here. But if he gets stuck here, Reaver shots are just devastating.
You know what? That is something in my play that I'm not, I've seen a pattern is not holding them at their ramp.
Yeah, like little things like that, like choke points. Choke points are huge in this game. Just like controlling particular areas. And one of those areas is a ramp. If you can control a ramp, you can devastate him.
Yeah.
Right, especially half his, well, not half, a third, because he's got two, right? But you could separate a third of his army from 2/3 of his army just by virtue of where he's producing things, right? Now that's really taking advantage of this quirk of Zerg. And that's something that I love about this build, being able to separate him like that. Because it's rare that you get to separate them across their own choke between their main and their natural. But in this kind of situation that this build brings about, you can. And so, right, once the Sunken is gone, I am like, what? Why is this Reaver not right here? Why is this Reaver not right here, devastating everything? Why are we not running up and forcing him to stay back here while we massacre drones?
Okay, so that's nothing.
Because we want to kill drones.
Okay,
right?
that's the main thing that I need to think
If we kill a Sunken, that doesn't mean anything later in the game. If we kill Hydras, that doesn't mean anything later in the game. If we kill, okay, Hydras, that's not exactly, doesn't mean anything. But if we kill drones, that's huge. That's actually big.
Got it. And you should be willing to sacrifice units to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we're not trying to save these. This isn't like Black Hawk Down.
Right. This is mission kill drones.
Got it. Okay. These are suicide. This is an ISIS mission to like blow up these drones.
Exactly.
They want to kill themselves.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I said before priority number one is killing the Sunken, but really priority number one is killing drones.
Got it. In order to kill the drones, we have to get to the Sunken.
Kill the Sunken.
And
Exactly.
if Hydras get in the way, then kill the Hydras.
Exactly.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
So yeah, now that the Reaver fell, that's not great. He can push us back, so that's fine. So ideally, we would have killed drones. Instead, no drones died.
Yeah.
No drones died during that mission. And so now he's just creating army units back home. Cool, we're macroing, right? You're macroing, getting another gateway. I think I saw you get a forge.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. One little thing, I would have liked more movement from the Corsair, just so that we can keep tabs on him and see what he's up to. Because so you do scout some bases, but some bases are still unscouted. So we don't know, is he trying to expand right now, or is he trying to fuck us up?
Okay.
Yeah, sure enough, he's trying to fuck us up. If we go check out his base, right, he's not expanding at all. He's not droning. He's just making stuff, right? And we didn't get to see the timing on the Spire. So here he comes. And then, yeah, they just attack that Reaver. Yeah, that's it. So for me, knowing the tech switch would have helped, just so that we can know to continue producing Corsairs and possibly throw up some cannons.
Okay. Was that?
I'm sorry?
Oh, that was game 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was game 2. Would you like to go again, or?
Yeah, let's do again.
Let's do it again? Let's do it again. Alright, so we had 2 PvZs so far. One thing that bothered me, by the way, was that as your coach, you didn't know what you were going to do after that. I want you to know already what your late game plan is before going into a game.
What does it mean to have a? How do you build up a late game? Like when you say that.
So, for example, like there, right? We had everything getting executed very nicely, but then you said, "I don't think I'm gonna know what to do after a certain point." Okay, so we have a Terran 1143 player. All right. Just like, a late game plan, what you want to do with your tier 3 tech.
I guess, what would you tell to someone who doesn't know what that means?
I would say a late game plan is...
Or no, I mean saying like, how would you begin to handle someone who's playing StarCraft, but doesn't know what it means to have a late game plan, who doesn't have a late game, who plays games that doesn't go in with late game plans?
I would say, I guess I'd just say, hey, have you ever played a long game, a game that lasted more than 20 minutes?
Okay.
And then what, do they say yes or no? I don't actually.
Well, probably, like, let's say for me. Yeah, I've played a game longer than 20 minutes.
Yes, you've played a game more than 20 minutes. Did you have a plan for what you were going to do at that point, this later point in the game?
No.
You should have one.
Well, because...
That's all. It's just a plan for what you're going to do later in the game.
Okay.
It's late game plan.
Okay.
I don't know. There's not that much to it.
Okay.
Alright, like, let's say I'm a Zerg player. Oh, early game, I want to make as many drones as I can, and then mid-game, I'm going to make a bunch of mutas and harass him, and then late game, I want to make a bunch of ultralisks and fuck him up. There, done. I have a plan. That's not a very sophisticated plan, but it's a plan.
Okay.
And at a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's the least sophisticated plan I could think of. But there it is. So Terran, what's your plan? What's your early, mid, and late game plan for this Terran?
Early, mid, late?
Yeah.
3 Gekun to then attack with maybe 12 goons, and then to take over the map.
Okay. When do you want to get your natural?
Before my 12 goons.
Okay. What late game tech do you want to incorporate? Late game.
Late game tech to incorporate. ARBs.
Okay, cool. You have a plan. Sounds like you got a plan.
Okay.
It may not be super detailed or whatever, but that's fine. You have a plan. I just want you to have some form of a plan.
Okay. I'll probably put this one down sooner.
No big deal. What time do you when do you plan on scouting them? That's what I should ask.
I'm gonna scout right now.
Alright. That's an answer. Scout on 19. Sounds good.
I generally do scout before I attack, just to know where my units are heading.
Alright, fair enough. Ooh, can you deny it? Get there. Oh, whatever. So by the same token that scouting is good, denying is good, but not that you're doing anything particularly fancy. But okay, cool. So he got a scout off. He gets to see that you're doing 2 gates before you expand. And I think you got to see that your cybernetics core is spinning. Next up.
I think he's down here because of the path of his SUV.
Alright. I think your pylon should be finishing up.
Oh no, he's not.
Alright.
Doesn't have any gas. Wait, this is not good. Thought I had 3.
Oh. Okay, range is done. You should be able to hit. Looks like you found him. Oh, he has a big wall. And no bunk. Curious. Oh, that's cute. Oh, his tank's finished. Oh well, no big deal. Be careful. I don't wanna do stuff to a stupid thing. Okay, nice. I guess you can pick up an SCV if you want. Oh, looks like siege mode finished. Yeah. No big deal. You can just macro. Just get your late game, mid game tech. Oh. Don't get supply block now. You hear? Just the normal stuff, probes and pylons, and gateways, and tech, and expansions, and your mini-map, and scouting.
Okay, so at first I want to build like a bunch of zealots that will go into this, but I think he's going to have a pretty good wall of tanks.
Like it.
So I didn't know that one. Oh yeah.
So Terran's on 2 base.
So I want to get Arbs as quick as I possibly can to recall into his main, or just on his
That's the
stuff.
plan. Nice, and that was in your original plan. Get Arbiters for late game. But yeah, anytime I'm not all-inning, I absolutely have an early, mid, and late game plan. I'll just give you some things to think about as we approach the mid game. Until he gets a critical mass of tanks, he's really only got 2 ways of hurting you, and those are drops and vulture run-bys.
Okay.
So prior to drops and vulture run-bys, and nice, this is very nice, you're keeping him contained, you're not letting a bunch of vultures run out. I mean, 1 ran out just now, but whatever. I'm not gonna let it harass you. And you're not really letting him place a bunch of, nice, and there it goes. So the map is not mined up. So this is a pretty critical part of PvT. Can you deny him mining up the map? Can you deny him a 3rd base? Now, unfortunately on this map in particular, getting a 3rd base is really easy with Terran. He just slowly pushes his tanks out and takes that mineral only right there.
Okay.
But you've got your Arbiter tech on the way. It's a nice 2-base Arbiter. When do you plan on getting your 3rd? You are Protoss, so you get to just take it, especially since the vultures aren't out on the map.
I'm gonna get it before my ARB comes out. I'm gonna have my ARB be making, and then I'll
Got it.
make that the priority.
Got it.
So definitely
I think you have enough gas now. Oh yeah, did you take your gas at your natural?
just yes.
Ah,
but not like forward.
and there it is.
Oh, it's a 150.
Yep, just a little. Just, oh, you've got enough. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you can also wall that off on this map. Those thirds only have one entrance. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a wall. I think that's a complete wall. It looks like it. I don't know if you want to keep something active at his other potential third, like just a probe or something to make sure he's not lifting to take that. If you can keep him on 2 base, that would be really nice, just in terms of how quickly he's able to snowball his tank numbers. Very cool. And sure enough, it looks like he is indeed confined to just his main and natural.
Oh.
Okay, so there's... Jeez, that was... you can pull okay, never mind. He's probably running there. Never mind, he's running there. Okay, well, that's weird. You can transfer back now.
Thanks.
Yeah. Maybe throw another 2 in this gas so you don't get locked on gas when you're making arbiters.
Right.
So you've got good map presence, good map awareness. You denied his drop. That's always nice. Nice. Yeah, you can throw some cannons down there. Since we do know that there are drop ships out on the map.
Okay, so I want to do a recall as quick as possible.
Sure. From what angle do you want to recall? He probably turreted up from this side. Oh, you don't have observers.
Yeah. So let me get on that.
I was just thinking about having the... Oh. Attack. Actually, I think it's only like... Yeah, 2 more hits. Oh, hit it with the trigger. Okay, nice. Okay, so only got 1 dropship left. He's probably making more, whatever. So he knows you have an arbiter.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna clump up these guys.
Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that works. Nice little pickoff. I think that was a good trade. That was like 1 dragoon for 2 tanks. Or was it 2 dragons? I don't know. Okay, nice. We're macroing. Okay. Yeah, the observer. I was just thinking for peeking around at where
would be the best.
His weaknesses.
Something's. I think I blocked something.
I think your dragoon. Yeah, there you go. That should clear that up.
Okay. No. I definitely think this is slow.
Especially since you saw it, but no big deal. So one thing that I like to do, I don't like to recall until he's already moved out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because then it's... Oh, okay. That'll do it. So we're going to lose the arbiter, no big deal. Oh, target firing the command center, very clever.
Okay. And this.
My number 1 target always on these recalls is armories. Hitting armories, making them weak. Oh, and then he's got a tank there, you can just knock that tank out. Yeah, and then, I don't know if you want to make him get supply block, if you want to mess with his production. Yeah, I guess back the fuck off. Yeah, and then you can just macro from here. You can throw up a bunch of gateways, throw up some bases. I can't believe he saw the Arbiter and still made nothing. There were no mines in the main. There were no turrets. There were like 2 turrets touching the mineral line. How embarrassing. Yeah, so this was like an 1100 Terran. This was an F ranked Terran.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah, careful about this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just expand and try to fill up another base with gateways. But that was a nice pickup. Oh, it looks like he is taking that mineral only third.
Oh, okay.
I think so, right? Because I just see a turret on the map there. Still no leg speed, eh? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So he's not sieging up. That's curious. You can actually pick those off. Oh, well, he's probably sieged up now. Oh, slow zealots. But whatever, you know, you've got your game plan. You can keep doing your Arbiter thing. How is he not sieging? Who is this guy? Oh, yeah, let's get out. Let's get out. Cool. So you denied this third. It looked like he was gearing up to take it, and you didn't let him. Very nice. Meanwhile, we're macroing. Yeah, so I would just throw down like 6 gateways in this main. Not that this is the main, but in the neighboring main. See, I'm afraid for that gateway because I think you're gonna forget about that gateway. Because I know I always forget about that gateway.
I'm gonna build like a bunch of zealots to flood him with.
Yeah, the zealot flood. It looks like he shouldn't be playing Terran because he doesn't even use siege mode. Why do you play Terran if you don't use the 1 OP unit? See, you're a good Protoss player. You use your Arbiters. Oh, that probe is trapped. You're never gonna have that forge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No problem. Just tell him to kill himself. Just kidding. Oh, careful. Yeah, you're getting sieged.
Okay, so there's a lot of siege.
Nice. He has a nice siege line, but I think you started getting stasis, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Nice. So you can handle him. You can both recall into the main and handle him on the out on the map. I mean, if recall isn't the most broken spell in the game, I don't know what is.
Okay, yeah, let me just get a bunch of these.
Yep, just fill her up. Oh, I guess you've actually used your money. Nice. Okay, you can do this for once you're at 200. You just want more. The old zealot flood.
I guess I'm gonna move in position, and also I still need
Oh, so this is getting mined out.
observatories.
You don't have an observatory? I didn't even know. Yeah, you can send us to one of these new bases. Nice, nice. Nice. Oh yeah, you made this base. Look at you, look at you. You know the entrance is over there. Yeah.
Oh. You know what I thought this
Careful.
was?
Careful.
I thought
what?
this was the gnat.
Oh. Nope. Yeah, all the naturals are clockwise relative to the mains on this one.
Okay.
It is not one of those mirror maps where things get flipped around like circuit breakers. Nice, And you're at 200. Or, oh, you're just hotkeying. Okay. What I usually do when I have just like clumps of gateways and different mains is I have one of those clumps be, you can probably stasis and then do that.
True.
I have one of those clumps, like the middle gateway, and one of those clumps be one. I just double tap that and go, and then have the other clump be another one and double tap that and just go around. Yeah, stasis that shit. Try to stasis the back things if you can, but if you can't,
Where's
that's
my...
cool. Oh shit, he doesn't have any energy. He's weak. Oh, good. Hey, you got enough energy. Stasis that shit. Stasis that shit.
What, did it not go off?
No! You didn't have energy at that.
Well, also, there's a second R here, and I'm not...
Yeah, I don't know where he went. I lost him
There
too.
he is.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to do that. Yeah. Well, you kept him alive. You were a merciful Protoss. TV stasing tanks. Bitchly little science vessels. I mean, you can stasis science vessels too, just not ones with 2 health. That are underneath dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, but this looks pretty fucked from his perspective. I don't know how his tank count was so low, even though he was on 2 bases all game. So, this Terran was a little too passive. A little too passive. Okay, fine, he was a lot too passive, and he didn't react when he saw an Arbiter kill a dropship at all. That's an achievement unlocked, I think. You absolutely have the achievement for killing a dropship with an Arbiter. You have Storm?
Not yet.
Okay. That's fine. It's up here if you want it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I made it E.
You know, repeat things E. Alright. Good, comfortable game. You get to just take the map. Take the map. Blah. Take the map and map her up. You calling me not holistic? Got that PvZ? I swear I'm holistic.
What do you mean?
You were like, oh, I wanna look at this holistically, and I think I'm not macroing and something.
Oh, I guess more like learn holistically. Or I guess like
Oh,
I didn't.
holistic, but that is a holistic lesson right there. Kill him right now. You know, kill him when it's time to kill him. GG.
I guess before.
No, I'm just messing with you.
No, yeah.
Alright, he had 67 APM. I think that's what he did wrong. I absolutely think that's what he did wrong. He should not have played Terran with 67 APM. Yep. Let's check it out. Let's check out what went wrong. Okay, what did Terran do? So far, he's playing perfectly. He's still playing perfect. He's done everything the same way a pro would. Okay. Careful scouting. He wants to make sure this is not a cannon rush. It's not an in-base 2-gate. Okay, that's a little late. That's fine. What else is he doing? Okay, so he's gonna racks on 10. Oh no, that's his scout. Okay. Okay, so there's his barracks. Let's see, so he's actually leaving a little wall in the middle there. If he moves that over 1, then that's zealot tight. I mean, of course they can walk around the other side, but just saying, he can pass Marines up and through there, and zealots cannot walk down and through there. We got another follower! I don't know how to check followers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to the DeMario Bros. Oh, the DeMario Bros are following. Awesome.
Do we know them?
Thanks. Yeah, I see him stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, Seriosity is following. Thanks, Seriosity. Oh, that was last time. Whatever. Anyway.
Don't take any offense that I don't know you. I don't know streamers.
Damn it, Teutonic. He's gotta get in the community. Okay. So, I didn't see what he canceled. I think it was a bunker.
It was like...
It should have
a
been.
supply depot?
That's weird.
Either way, it
Whatever.
has 100 minerals and it takes up around the same space.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so it's 2 racks.
He's doing
or
2
facts.
factory? I didn't realize he went 2 factory.
All before the CC, too.
Yeah, so what this means is I have no late game plan and I'm trying to kill you now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what was going on here?
Yeah, so this is a 2 factory. This is supposed to be a push, but no push. What's he making? Can you show me what he's making? Oh, an eBay. Okay. Oh, yeah, that works too. An eBay, you say? Yeah, so no big deal. Just like a little harassment, pulling some SCVs off mining, making him repair some stuff, whatever. So he makes an eBay. He doesn't want DTs. It looks like he loses to DTs a lot because this wall,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's designed for
tell that.
DTs. And then the eBay after that. Okay, so he went 2 factory. This is a really aggressive build, but he's not macroing out of one of the factories, and I don't think he has mines yet. Does he have mines yet?
Yes, he does. That was what this was
Okay,
researching.
that was that one. Oh yeah, so they can both make. Wait, what the fuck?
Because he was like, if he wanted to kill it, then we should kill it.
If your opponent wants it dead, you'd be surprised. Sometimes you want it dead too.
Right. Maybe, right.
Okay, this guy. This replay is not even worth watching. I think we can stop.
Yeah.
Because this is just a Terran who doesn't know what he's doing. He played an aggressive play, and then he killed his own machine shop. That was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, against the machine shop. That's all I said. Yeah, and then this happened. He lost the command center. He got supply block. Nice supply block. He's down to 22 max boost. It was.
Well, he has money low. I'm not sure.
He's
what,
keeping his money low because he's on 2 bases, one of which died at one point.
I guess he wasn't as spread out. Wait, did you see this?
No.
That's hilarious.
Oh shit.
I could have sworn that I sent stuff here.
You did right now.
That's so funny.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. So you did let him get away with a little more than he should have.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
No big deal. Should we play one more last game?
yeah. Let's just, yes, we can
What do you
do,
think?
yeah,
It's kind
let's
of
do
on
it.
the cusp.
Let's do
Yeah?
it. Let's do one more last game.
All right. One more last game. I guess these games are going pretty fast. I mean the ladder, the matchmaking.
Oh.
I could not think of the name. The matchmaking is going fast. At least it did on those last 3. All right. Good. So you're developing a sense of a full plan.
Yeah.
Do you feel this muscle being exercised?
I really feel how good you are when you play someone who's like astronomically like better than you, which is
Okay, you got a C player.
yeah. And it doesn't
So-
actually take too much to feel like you're not good. You can even take like a well played 13.
That's actually funny. I was watching this translated video by Firebat Hero the other day,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how because his so we got a little initial lag here, whatever. Because he was playing TVP with Stork and Jongvi a bunch, 2 of the 6 Protoss dragons. That's why his like confidence in his TVP was like so low.
Yeah.
And why his win rate in TVP was like 40-45%. Because he was practicing with 2 of the best TVPers of all time, and his poor little confidence is just getting shook day in and day out.
Oh, so he was like actually really good, but
Yeah, it's Firebat Hero. But right, he just practiced right? He's always, because he's on that team, and they have to prepare. He's just practicing with the best of the best, and getting wrecked every day for hours every day. And yeah, I could see that being tough on your TVP confidence. Oh man. Yeah, and that translated into, I mean, his 45% is way more than anyone else's because it's against other professional Koreans, but eesh, you know, it's not what Stork and Jongbi are doing in the matchup.
Okay, so I'm going to do the Reaver build, which
Nice.
there's a lot of complicated stuff that I can't really
Yes.
talk through in the Reaver build, but
That's okay, I'll do
I'm
the
just going to go
talking.
through it.
So, Teutonic here is doing the one base Goon Reaver build against Zerg. This means that he's going to get the fastest Corsair humanly possible, just to do a little harassment, get a little scouting information off, force Zerg to do some kind of response to that. That's going to cut into his drone production, and then he's going to follow it up with a push with 1 or 2 Reavers and a handful of Dragoons with range, and expand behind that, hopefully crippling the Zerg, if not outright winning. We'll see how it goes. Are you making a pylon there? Yeah, that's what you're gonna want. Nice. Everything is going swell so far. And with this build, you actually don't scout with a probe. You just wait till your Corsairs are done and then scout with that. So nice. You'll just yep. Just wall this guy off. You can start your Stargate. I actually start the Stargate before that, but I mean, either order works. Yeah. And then next thing is pylon, normal stuff. Don't want to get supply blocked for when you're trying to build a Corsair. Oh, looks like he's got a bunch of Zerglings where he's targeting that one. Yeah, we can just keep blocking. Yeah, nice body block. Yeah, you can pull another one. This guy's about to finish, so it's about to be no big deal. But if you want, you can leave them there and have the Dragoon work on the Overlord. Yeah. Nice. So it looks like this guy's trying to be pretty economical, just sending toolings. For all we know, there's things behind that, but we'll know shortly enough with this Corsair. Okay, so you can pull those probes now. I pulled them once the Dragoon comes, but if you feel less confident, you can always pull them after the second Zealot, but whatever. So I guess the next thing will be a Robo. Yeah. I think he's on that side, because that's where the Overlord came from, right?
Okay.
And the Overlord did come straight here, so yeah, he's got to be over there. He's definitely not cross map. Okay, got enough for the Robo. Nice. Yeah, so what's he doing? He's getting Hydras as a response. You can go kill the Overlord in the top left. There should be one. He's only C. Careful, not that one. Yeah, and then probably also see his third potentially. He may have taken the other natural. We'll see after messing with this guy. Okay, so he's not just parked it there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you got it. Nice. And there is a third here, sure enough. Okay. Surprise, surprise. And he parked a sunken there. That's too bad because you're gonna have a Reaver! So right, the whole point of this build is that, nice. So that is the second Overlord, I think you said? So already you're in a pretty good place. You can add on a gateway at this point. Yeah. And And then, is everything else on the way? Nice. So, you can add on your Reaver tech. So I think with this push you should have a few more Dragoons this time around. Just by virtue of getting that gateway a little faster. Yeah, you can just like mess with him, attack that, make him feel a little nervous, make him wonder if you're expanding. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, no big deal. Nice, we start your Reaver and continue pumping Dragoons. You can check on his tech path with the Corsair if you so choose. Nice, not getting supply blocked. Let's see, it looks like he's not droning too hard. So he is taking a bit of it might be an aggressive posture. You can check out his, oh wait, is that a Spire? Yeah, that's totally a Spire.
So he's gonna get Mutas.
Yeah, so you can continue making Corsairs at this point.
Okay.
If that's what he's gonna do. And then if you run out of gas, you can just add on a couple of Zealots. But shouldn't be too. Oh, and you're ready to push out. Yep. So you've got everything on hotkeys. Nice, nice, nice. All right. You can try to check on his army with the Corsair. But yeah, and you don't want your Reaver to fall too far behind. Oh, okay. You should be able to hug the wall and. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh man. This is gonna feel great. So you know your mission, right?
Yes.
All right. And you can expand right now. Oh, careful. Step. If there's just one fire and you're good to go. You do want to unload that Reaver though. You can just unload it in the front. You can unload it in front of them.
Oh, front.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point, I swear to God, it doesn't matter. Just get it in there. Fire down the ramp. Add some drones. Just fuck shit up. Get it in front of the ramp. Get the Reaver so that it has range on the ramp. Yeah, and see now he's just making those mutas. Too much money went into mutas. You can just waltz in there. Yeah, just fuck this up. Yep. Yep. Don't waste Reaver shots on the whatchamacallit, and try to bunch your goons so that they can attack at the same time. We're gonna want to keep track of your Corsairs. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Careful. There's a sunken. Yeah. So if you can, you want the Reaver shooting that, not the Dragoons. Oh, but it looks like you're gonna get it before it finishes. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and he's just fucked. Good game.
Okay.
Good game. That was a great game. You did that really, really well. That was perfect execution. Nice, with 118 APM. See, you don't need fast APM to play StarCraft. To beat Koreans. You saw that GG that was an HH in Korean? What? That was dope. That was dope. That was a good game. Let's watch that replay. I thought that was a really good game.
That's funny. That was done in like commercial time too.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Oh man! All right. Should we watch from the loser's perspective? So he droned too hard. He played that like he was playing against the fast expand. If you are a Zerg and you see Protoss one base, you need to do something. You can't drone safely. You don't have a lot of buffer time to drone up. He's gonna hit you with an attack. You have to be ready for that attack. In this case, he thought he was with Sunkens, but you did the same thing that Terrans do against Zerg, where you hit right as all these Sunkens are making, and you just fuck him up. He needed to spend fewer larvae on drones, which ended up having to get turned into Sunkens anyway. And again, yeah, he added on the mutas, but that was kind of like, because mutas are also expensive, and then with the Dragoons, you actually can go toe-to-toe with them, especially when you resume Corsair production, because then you're also doing splash damage against them. That was just, he put himself in a real bad position. So can we see what that was? What did he just throw down? Okay, so he's already throwing down a creep colony. This is certainly an idea, right? I see Protoss is one basing. Okay, I know he's going to be doing something aggressive. Let me throw down the creep colony right now. It's an idea. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Certainly, if this was a more zealot based build, that would be really good. If this, yeah, I mean, you're not going to have a dragoon based build unless you also have Reavers. If for some dumb reason this was a pure dragoon build, that could also be good. But this is a smart idea. He's got one sunken at each of his bases because he sees that this is an aggressive play. Okay, so he's supply blocked here. Now this is really nice. His Hydras came out too slow. He had that one Overlord in a vulnerable place. So he's already lost 2 more Overlords than he would like to ideally. With this build, you're always going to get at least 1 Overlord. So he lost 1 more Overlord than he absolutely had to. And then, okay, so we're just checking things out. I guess he's considering taking a 4th. So he did get a fast layer. But the problem's, yeah, so we're already pushing out, and now he's freaking out. Oh, wait for it. Where's the freak out? So see, he's still making drones.
So he isn't properly responding.
Yeah. Let's just get a drone count.
Okay.
Here, just visually. That's good. I don't need to count. Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay, so at the 3rd base, that's reasonable. But as we see at the 1st base, yeah, he got a lot of drones. And the natural. Really, and then right, we have to count every sunken was another drone that he built.
Okay.
He droned too hard.
Because his money's low.
Yeah.
Except for his gas, he has a lot of gas.
Yeah. Of course, and sure enough, he's going to end up spending that on Mutalisk. Where is that Spire, by the way? There it is. Okay, so I think you just scouted that at this point.
Yeah.
But cool. The Reaver's done at something like now, right? Did the Reaver just finish? Your Reaver. Yeah,
Yes.
there. Okay, cool. So the push is coming. Let's see what he's got in preparation for the push. He's making no army units. He's making a drone and 2 overlords. He's prepping for Mutalisk to come out, but this is going to hit him just before then. So he sees this. Yeah, so now he's freaking out. He should have been freaking out a little while ago.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, only this now?
Yeah, and now I see why you were comfortable hitting that. Yeah, see, only one of them can fire. The others are making. This is great. This is beautiful. Right? The one's just hitting the Zealot. Cool, that's fine. I don't care. The Zealot's there to tank shots. That's exactly what it's for.
Right.
I think that guy is going to die, but it doesn't matter because the Hydralisk isn't working on all these goons.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Yeah, and then he's sending them from... Oh, he made 6 Scourge. Oh, I wonder... I think he misclicked. He probably hit SS. That's why I don't have S as my hotkey for Scourge, because I hate hitting SS. Yeah, you're not even taking your natural, and it doesn't even matter.
At this point, I felt this was high intensity.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter.
Like, I felt I could take it. I felt I could also lose it.
He's making 1 sunken here. I mean, whatever. He already lost the net. He's fighting you with 3 mutas. Yeah, this is so over. So Mutalisks actually not great against this. This is another big reason why this is Dragoons and not Zealots. I mean, the Dragoons are just making mincemeat out of them. Yeah. There they go.
You know, that's what HH... I always thought those were eyes.
Oh, no. So that's HH, which is this key. It's the G key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's HH, but if they touch GG, it's GG. And then if you see Koreans type WW, that's because that's their key for the J sound. So
Oh, really?
GG, yeah. If you see them type WW.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I thought it's like, no, dude, it's WWW. But they always leave before I can tell them.
You did awesome! You did awesome! You executed that so crisply, so nicely, and then this Zerg was just playing as though you were fast expanding. And that is not the way to respond.
I could tell that,
Yeah.
like, he was doing something that wasn't for me. Like, I was
Yeah.
doing a thing, And whatever he was doing, it wasn't like
Right,
because
he
I felt
wasn't
like I just
talking
walked
to you.
into his
He
base.
wasn't talking to his opponent.
Yeah.
He was talking to himself. He's absolutely schizophrenic. He has voices in his head. He thinks they're who he's playing. Make Mutalisk. Yes, master.
He's part of the Overmind. Like, that's
He
not.
thinks that it's Mutalisk time. It's not Mutalisk time. Sorry, kid. I was saying son and
Sis.
kid at the same time. Sorry, Sid.
Sorry, Sid.
Toy Story. You don't get to play with toys. You don't get to break my toys today.
That's so mean to say to like a schizophrenic kid possessed by the Overmind.
I swear I don't often make fun of schizophrenic kids possessed by the Overmind. Sometimes, but not often.
Only Sid.
Only Sid.
But if you think about it, Sid's schizophrenic probably because of the toys.
Probably ever since that traumatic
Yeah,
event.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Right.
bet. He absolutely had a psychotic break after that.
Right? Pixar made so much money off of that.
So much money off his psychotic break.
And that's-
Okay,
yeah.
that was a good
And that's how you
game.
win.
Yeah, talk to your opponent. Talk to your goddamn opponent. If your opponent is saying, I'm doing a one base aggressive build, play like he is. This guy was not talking to Teutonic. This guy was just saying, oh, I'm playing against the imagined Forge Fast Expanding player in my head.
That's actually a really
You
good
are
point.
not his imagined Forge Fast Expanding player.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Yeah, StarCraft is absolutely a conversation.
I think
And-
also like just looking at the, I can't say I won. I feel good so no matter what.
yeah,
So
sure.
I agree with that though because sometimes I'll play the opponent that's in
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah, this is why we scout, because we don't want to play the opponent in our head, we want to play the opponent who's actually in game with us. Yeah.
Okay. I can
All
agree
right.
with that.
Alright. With that, I think let's call it an episode.
Let's call it an episode.
Alright, good games everyone, and good StarCraft. Ah shit, how do we do this?